So hello and welcome everyone to Let's Play Tomb Raider 4 Remastered. This is guys 115 speaking, and is Lara looking dramatic today or what, with that thunderstorm behind her? Anyway guys, I would very much like to welcome you to a level that might have had the basic decency to not exist at all, Street Bazaar. Yeah, I'm gonna be very vocal about this level. I do not like it. It's a footnote that didn't need to exist at all, and what's worse, remasters have truly messed up today, big time. So first things first guys, we are gonna get our hands on 10 goodies, raising the total to 471. We are also gonna land 3 kills, raising the total to 270. There is gonna be a fourth unkillable enemy. I was about to say old friend. No, it's an enemy, it's an actual bastard. An old nemesis from the Guardian of Samarkand level. We are also gonna find this level's one and only secret, at least raising the count to 60. There are gonna be no vessels to be broken for the Oops achievement, few breakable objects, I literally think 2 or something like that. You could have seen it on the scrolling text. Also when it comes to achievements, nothing, absolutely nothing, unless of course you count Buried With Me when we are getting our hands on goodies. One footnote I want to make, I did say the remasters have really messed up, and I'm gonna elaborate when we get to the Fateful Rune. But for now I want to say, we all kind of hoped and expected there would be 12 pickups in this level, there are only 10. The remasters did not fix an issue that made it to Steam and Good Old Games PC versions of Tomb Raider 4. That's all I'm gonna say for now. Color me disappointed. Anywho guys, I did promise you, I believe in the previous video, a cutscene moving the story along, so here it is, but it's incredibly awkward. Just watch this.
Put your gun away. Aziza sent me.
Help me, Englisher. I bleed to death. I try to hide, but those things smell the blood on me.
I've come for the mine frequency. I need to get back to Aziza through this rabbit warren, with both legs intact.
I do a good job with the mines. Not that it does us any good. We are all dead or half-dead.
Where are the rest of you? I need the explosive codes.
Saida, my colleague, lies across the roof bridge in the mosque. As we retreated, something new that we had not encountered before came from the shadows like lightning and took his head.
The codes?
Inside his head, inside the creature.
I need those codes.
Search his body. I don't know. Leave me now, for I am weak and wish to prepare myself for my god.
Okay guys, do you now understand what I meant by an awkward cutscene? First he takes the gun out to shoot her, like all the other soldiers, then she says Aziza sent me, so it's now okay. Then he asked for help, but then he didn't want any help. What? Okay, this is a dying delirious man, he's probably already dead, so I have some sympathy for him. Nevertheless, let's pick up the box he threw us in the FMV. There we go, mine detonator body. And Lara somehow, just via looking at it, recognized it's missing the codes. I don't know how she did that, but Lara knows her pyrotechnics, doesn't she? Another thing guys, again, this really helps to have action indicators on. You will find a handle. And behind the taxi here, which they changed the color scheme of for some reason, the top was black, the bottom bright, and now it's like this. Maybe this is supposed to represent what cabs look like in Egypt in 1990s? I don't know. It seems intentional, like they knew what they are doing. Here we find a car jack body. Yay! Okay, and no, we don't get to use it on a car, unfortunately. And again, we don't know if this fella is dead or not, he doesn't seem to be moving anymore. Nevertheless, Lara just cares about the codes, as she made it very clear in the cutscene. Okay, the cutscene was terrible, but I think her attitude in it was still fine. Anywho, let's break the door down and get our shotgun out immediately. Because there are now 2 soldiers who don't care that Aziza sent us, for whatever unknown bloody reason. Let's go around the palm tree. Do not shoot as Lara starts to aim, because the palm tree, oops, is just gonna soak up the bullets. Okay, we missed a shot, but hey, we didn't take any damage from this guy, so that's nice. Anywho guys, I want to explain the gist. If you make it here, this is a back entrance into the trenches level with a minefield. It just didn't render fully, so we cannot see the mines from here. Also, this red button is missing a frame, and this is where the world starts disappearing altogether. This is supposed to be a ramp that leads to the Citadel gate level. Does that make sense? Behind door over there is where we parked our car in the trenches level. I hope that connects in your mind, but you'll see in the next video. So for now, the guy told us the weapon codes are with his dead colleague who was decapitated by an unknown monster, something new they haven't seen before. Well, Lara has seen that bastard before. Inside the mosque is what he said. Now see, there's a door over here, and over here we're not getting through here, but we are getting our hands on the Uzi clips, which is awesome. If we try to approach the ramp up here, we'll see in the OGs just a closed door. Okay, let me maybe illuminate it a little for you. In the remasters, this is really interesting. We see open door and the floor is missing, and Lara is too scared to just kick it down and continue the level. So instead, what we will have to do as players is to essentially guide her all the way through the roof bridge. Okay, and that's the gist of the level, just making it inside here. And getting the weapon codes to be able to enter the minefield then. Okay, guys? So, you can also do this once you have the weapon codes. You don't need to enter this corridor at all, but I want to show you how to land all the kills and collectibles in the statistics in the first visit. That's essentially the gist. Anyhow, let's pick up the medbag over here. Excellent. And with the power of forward somersaulting, we'll be out of here in no time. This took forever, or it felt like forever in the OGs, so I appreciate the changes here. Now guys, we entered through the roof of this car shop, or chop shop, and now we are again approaching the roof, but we need to exit through a different part of the roof. Yeah, it's a bit odd. One of the most awkward jumps in the game. There we can see the entrance, the ladder where we reach down, but we need to make a bit of a diagonal jump over here. I can't really see all that well. Oh, okay, it worked. Now guys, over here, we see something, a power output generator of the collected lighting above, maybe? I have no idea. But what I think is interesting is that remasters have added numbers 287, 155, 134. I have no bloody idea what this could mean at all. If any of you have any idea if this is an Easter egg to something, please let us all know in the comment section below. And you know what? I'm also gonna take a picture of the dying soldier and the Egyptian cab and the table with tools over there. Maybe let's rotate this just once. Oops, my recording was interrupted because I hit F11, not F12 for the pictures. Anyway, that's fine. Let's keep going. And now, what I would very much like to do is climb up here. And rather than interacting with the interesting looking machine... Oh, by the way, we get a prime shot of what's above the trapdoor above us. So rather than interacting with the machine, which had the numbers on it, we need to interact with this brick wall. Yeah, obvious, right? Isn't it? They at least added some light being cast on it in the remasters, and again, it helps to know when to have the action indicators.
No.
Lara disagrees. She's a pro. She doesn't need them. So guys, you try to use the carjack, buddy.
No.
Nothing happens. You'd think you need to place it first, then use the handle on it. Nah, you need to do good old-fashioned combining and use the entire carjack. Like this. And now, we're gonna break a padlock, which is cute. You do not have control of Lara over the cutscene, so you can't jump out until the cutscene ends. And by the way, I'm absolutely counting the padlock, just like in the second visit of Chambers of Tulun, as a breakable object. And now, let's crouch here, because there's a particularly annoying swarm of locusts. But again, crouching is a good strategy, but it's not the final swarm of locusts we're gonna encounter in this level. There's gonna be another one in its one and only secret. And guys, I want to explain the gist. This is the roof bridge, and it seems there's a barrier, but let's just... Oh, yeah. It's one of these stupid obstacles you can very clearly make out. She could even crawl under through this construction tape, but no. Instead, what we're gonna do, since it's very stormy, and lightning is being cast at the highest metallic point on the roof here, we need to make sure this goes down so that that metal barrier becomes the next highest point, gets struck by lightning, and will clear a passage. If this sounds convoluted, it's because it is. And here, we can push this, guys, but there's absolutely no point, there's nothing underneath it. what we need to do is we could also push this onto the metal tile, but if you do that, you'll find out too late that it's not heavy enough. A lightning will hit you and cook you alive. Instead, we need to push the heaviest looking object onto it. Okay, guys? And somehow then, the lightning is no longer gonna strike us, but the metal barrier on the bridge. Guys, let me know what you think, but this to me seems like the pinnacle of Tomb Raider 4's jankiness. Like, there are some things I'm not the biggest fan of, like for example having to burn away a wooden floor in the Lost Library of Alexandria with a torch, and that's my most favorite level of the game, but it's just like, stop pretending you're realistic, Tomb Raider 4. But this really takes the cake. Okay, so the heaviest looking gizmo, by the way, I have no idea what this is that we're pushing, and somehow the lightning's not gonna cook us alive when we push this in. See? Because we are benefiting from the cutscene invincibility. Instead, we broke the wooden barrier. I'm counting this as a breakable object as well, and we can move on. And the lightning's no longer hitting this, nor that it probably found some different target. So anywho, guys, our reward for doing all this is at least an absolutely stunning shot of... Well, this is supposed to be a mosque. But isn't this a mosque? Isn't everything a mosque in Cairo? I don't know. But this, I love this so much. It was just these two sad looking towers in the OG, and I want to capture this in the remastered glory. It's no wonder that they were so proud of it. They used it as a basis for the loading screen. But anywho, a vast improvement, as you can tell. So anywho, guys, let's make it across, and here, more corner shimming. And you know what? Corner shimming makes me happy. I'm fine with that. So glad that a game introduces a new move and we really are properly using it. That's how I would have felt back about original Tomb Raider 3 and crawling if crawling somersaulting would be a thing. But it wasn't, neither in Tomb Raider 4, so that made it very painful. Anyway, guys, before you continue into the mosque, let's just make it to the one and only secret of the level and be ready to crouch, because there's gonna be another annoying swarm of locusts. There they are. Ooh, we made it onto a goodie. Do not crawl during this, you will take more damage. Even going fully prone, like this, exposes Lara more than just crouching like this, okay? That's why I wasn't, you know, crawling towards the other goodies to make use of the time. I wanted to minimize the damage. It's quite important. Okay. And we have all three goodies, just some poisonous crossbow bolts, flash grenades, and a medpack, which in our playthrough is gonna be useless. But something tells me I'm gonna regret those words now. Anywho, guys, something I want to show you before we slide down is we will now be on the other side of the door we've been peeking through. Really cool detail added by the remasters. In the OGs, they didn't even have the decency to apply the door texture on the other side of the actual door. So again, appreciate visually what the remasters have done. But now we're gonna get to the part where remasters have truly disappointed me. Okay, there we go. We are inside the mosque, underground somehow. And my friends, I would like to welcome you to a storage room. Yeah. It's rather barren. It's almost like there's no storage in here, right? Well, here's the gist, guys, and this is what I mentioned at the beginning of the video. In the original, I think PS1, but don't quote me on that. Those of you who are experienced with the PS1 version can let us know in the comments, please. But the original 1999 PC CD release version of the game, and here is the footage to prove that, had 3 metallic crates here, each containing a goodie. There would be a small medpack, Uzi clips, and a box of flares. In the Steam and Good Old Games original versions of the PC version of Tomb Raider 4, we only get this sad box of flares, and even the crate it's been inside is missing, and the 2 remaining crates with Uzi clips and small medpack are also gone. And we were all hoping the remasters would fix this, put those crates here, put all 3 goodies here, and make it like this across all platforms that the remasters are on. Be it Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, Epic, Steam, Good Old Games, what have you. Unfortunately, they decided to not do that for whatever reason. I would really like to know why. I would like to know if maybe Saber and Aspyr have even forgot that that was the case. I truly do not know, because doesn't seem intentional. Let me guys know what you think, but I am really disappointed that the crates containing Uzi clips and a small medpack didn't make it here. Again, I just want to stress out, it doesn't have any negative impact on Bury It With Me. For all intents and purposes, there's only the box of flares here, and the Uzi clips and small medpack are just forgotten by history as if they never existed. So incredibly disappointed in you remasters for this, in an already not spectacular level. One cool bit of detail is this. This is Zaida, the colleague who lost his head, inside of which were the minecones. I'm still not understanding how that works. But the remasters were a bit cheeky and they decided to add a flashlight casting light at the decapitated head. A nice horror element, I like it. I kinda wish the trajectory of the flashlight would also cast the light on the codes next to it, because that's the whole purpose, but oh well. It still draws your attention here. Anywho guys, I should probably save, but I'm not gonna do it, and I'm gonna regret horribly. We picked up the weapon code keys, the mine keys, or explosive keys, or codes. Oh my god, I can't talk, I'm too scared. There is the Guardian of Samarkand. Okay, that was supposed to be a charge, but as you can tell, this is gonna be real difficult. By the way guys, fun fact, let's check the options. Boss health bars are enabled. This time, they didn't even bother to show the health bar that you're not dealing damage to Guardian of Samarkand. I guess they thought after the Guardian of Samarkand level, you know better, but still. Anywho, the strategy is, guys, we need to clear the path over here. For that, we need to lure this bloody annoying beast, my nemesis, to hit these crates, clear the path, and move along. And then leave it here. The original idea was that you use the Guardian of Samarkand, or maybe Guardian of Samarkand are those red eyes in the distance. Whatever the hell this bull is. We're gonna use him to break the 3 metallic crates containing Uzi clips, small medpack, and flares. This time, in the remasters, unfortunately, we don't get to do that. Or fortunately, depending on how much you hate this thing and its terrible charging mechanics. We still have to lure him here. There's 2 strategy I recommend. One is to stand in between these and then try and vault up here. But this I find very dangerous because Lara might not vault up if you're just 1 pixel off the exact barrier between the boundary with the tiles and the free one. What I found works repeatedly is try to lure him to hit this wall over here. This has the effect of knocking the crates here to the side for whatever reason, but if he hits this tile, nothing happens. It's really weird, like everything to do with this beast. I am here. I'm just gonna... oh, there we go. See, he hits that wall, our frame rate has dropped somewhat, I don't know why, and now we are clear. We took a lot of damage, so this strategy might not really work in New Game Plus, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Oh, a soldier. Why was the camera stuck there for so long? The camera angle made me forget about the soldier here. Anywho guys, and that's it. You can go all the way around it. I think there might be a medpack on New Game Plus version of the game, but that's it. There's nothing else here. We see a couple of holes in the brick, which was a cool detail even in the OGs, and I think part of the original loading screen. But now this one over here guides us to the end of the level. So my friends, I feel I have spent more time in this level than I wanted to, but let me save the game here and take a look at the stat screen. So my friends, we have raised our pickups count by 10 to 471. We have also killed 3 out of 4 enemies. Nothing we can do about the unkillable Guardian of Samarkand, raising the total to 270. We found this level's one and only secret, and we broke a padlock and the metal barrier, and I think that's it, but nothing for the Oops achievement, or any achievements for that matter. Okay guys, so this was Street Bazaar. Again, the worst level of Cairo for me, but it is what it is. The video doesn't end here. I'm not gonna now transition into thanking my amazing patrons, because we have to get to the beginning of the Street Bazaar now that we have everything we need to clear the minefield. And the way we're gonna do that is... yep, entering trenches via the slide I showed you back in the trenches level. Does that make sense? And now guys, all we gotta do here in the dip through the trenches level is just make it back to the Street Bazaar. It's not very exciting, is it? It's not like we're gonna kill, pick up, or even break anything in our visit through the trenches, or for that matter, the Street Bazaar, so I made no scrolling text for those. There we go. Again, feels like this should have been one larger level, but they had to split it. There's the bike, exactly where we left it. Oh, by the way, guys, I don't think I mentioned this in the previous video. Please park the bike outside of this wooden panel. Do not block off the wooden panel or you can royally screw yourself over with your entire playthrough, okay? Just keep that in mind. It happened to me at one point that the bike disappeared completely, which was not fun. Anywho guys, let's go back to the street bazaar. See, that's what I talked about, them using this for the loading screen, the giant mosque. It's really impressive. Anywho guys, here we are back again. This soldier probably now started to rot. Hope he prepared himself for a departure to his god or something along those lines. Not a religious person myself. And now we get to step here. And this, my friends, is exactly where I would again like to make a level end save. And I just realized I could have not done that at the end of that street bazaar section, but that's fine. And because we are gonna now re-enter the trenches level yet again. But I would like to make that part of the next video that I'm also gonna try and release this week, because it's gonna be rather short. We are gonna wrap up everything, including the minefield, including final 2 kills in the Citadel Gate level, and also finally unlocking the minimal damage achievement that we set up in the City of the Dead. Okay guys? But for now, I hope you enjoyed the Street Bazaar for what it is. I just wanted to make a self-contained video about it, and it's time to thank my amazing patrons. Blangupel, Mick, Severin Drax, Enstickle, Katie Danger, Pooh the 2, Basic Bryony, and Bino. Thank you guys so much for being my loyal Winstons and for throwing tea biscuits at the Invincible Bull, luring it well away from us. Next, I would like to say big thanks to my caretaker Winstons, Michael McConkie, Karavetu, Renegade Durney, Blanket Fox, Jonathan Jones, Dig the Bee, and PD92. Thank you guys so much for your support of the channel and also for using your tea trays to redirect the lightning far away from Lara, avoiding a rather crispy fate. I would also like to give special thanks to my brave veteran Winstons, Andrea Paviglianiti, Alexander, and Richard Dearman. Thank you guys so much for your valiant support of the channel and also for holding a military memorial service for all the fallen soldiers. Let's just keep quiet about Lara killing more of them than Seth's actual army of darkness. And finally, I would like to give one very, very special thanks to my one and only fine vintage Winston, Akira Foxmind. Thank you so very much for your long and generous support of the channel and also for thinking ahead. Jean-Yves Jr. isn't going to do too well in the next level, memorial service also planned, and you have repaired the cap in the chop shop next to the dying soldier. We will need this precious vehicle to move Lara from Cairo into her final destination of her 4th adventure, the necropolis of Giza. And on a final note, I'd like to say thanks to my free Patreon members as well as to each and every one of you for making it to the end of this rather odd level. Yeah, there's no way around it, Street Bazaar is a real stinker and the remasters, whilst visually nice, have disappointed me that they didn't include the steel crates and the pickups, but what can you do? This is what they settled on and this is what I want to guide you through, okay guys? And also, I didn't really want to leave things hanging on such a low note. I did mention I plan to release the next video this week already, so I have some good news for you. It's out now and you can check it out to maybe wash some of the bitter taste Street Bazaar might have left in you away. It's also very short but very fun, satisfying. We're gonna wrap up loose ends and we're gonna have some fun with Jean-Yves Jr. and pretty much give him a proper send-off into the great beyond. Okay guys, so I really hope to see you in the next video, and until we see each other again, I really want to wish all of you happy raiding.